Guess what? It's that time again. It's time for the game update. This is going to be the November update. This is the patch notes. We're going to cover a couple quick things real quick and then we'll dive on into it. So, let's go. Okay, November update. It's going to be called Under the Black Flag. I'm going to give you the too long to read things real quick. That way you can check out of the video because I know you got a short attention span. Basically, the British and French tier 8s, they're going to come in. We'll talk about that on down. If you want to go to the description, I'll leave a timestamp. You can go to that. The campaign coming in is, from what it sounds like, from reading it, it's a Shimakaze, a Yudachi, and a Akatsuki? The gunboat? All three had one of these happen, and they pooped out this thing. It sounds toxic as hell. I think it's going to be tier 8. I'm not really sure. It sounds super toxic. You'll read what I read, and then you'll be like, oh god. Also, we'll timestamp that down below. Just like previous years, Black Friday's here. Black Friday ships and things coming out. Buy your $100 of crates today. I'll timestamp that down in the description. There's this new thing, this pirate content. I have no idea what that is, and they don't really give us a ton of information on that. But we'll read on that later. Obviously, the daring is coming in. I mean, we knew the daring was coming in because it was spotted in live servers, and then like 12 people went, oh my god, the daring! RT just shot me a message. Now this one I'm actually really excited for. I'm going to host a very special thing. There's 4 seasons of 1v1 ranked. That was my favorite ranked. TBH. 1v1, so much fun. I'm going to host a special 1v1 session between me and you. Obviously, I can't pick who it's going to be, but we're going to do count-ins for ranked, and we're going to get in together, and you're going to have the opportunity to 1v1 me. I have no doubt I'm going to lose games, but I figured it'd be fun to spice it up and actually go one-on-one against you guys. That won't come in for a little while, but when it does, be there. Like I said, they're extending the tier 8s for the French and the British. They do give us the names of these down here. So here are the ships coming in, and I don't know anything about these. I will do some research between now and when time comes time we can actually get them all. But Jutland for the destroyer, Neptune for the cruiser, and I'm not even going to begin to try to announce that.
Tamerer.
That cannot be right. There you go.
Tamerer.
That's the name of that. But that's the battleship coming in. The tier 8 battleship. That's going to be above Vanguard. Hopefully, unlike the rest of that line, where it starts going down as it goes higher up, hopefully that thing isn't worse than Vanguard. You talk about a travesty? Oh my god, I bet all of Britain would be up in arms. No idea how to say the destroyer for France either. We're going to look that one up.
Mogador.
I don't know. St. Louis and then Alsace. I can say Alsace. Okay, I'm not an idiot. But some of these, like that. What is that? No idea. Maybe I'll do a separate video describing what all 3 of those are before patch day. So here is the one that I said is like going to be, it sounds so cancerous. So you guys can just read this and you can tell me exactly what you think. Loosely reminiscent of Shimakaze, Japanese destroyer High 8, brings a large HP pool and brutal torpedoes. Brutal torpedoes. So that means they're going to have a really high alpha, like Shima. As well as quite a few gunboat characteristics to tier 8. She's quite a fire starter, owing to her quick reload and solid chance of ignition upon impact. That's cancer. And her firing angles allow for great kiting. So if you've already unleashed your devastating torpedo load, you can go pew pew, guaranteed fire. This thing is going to suck. Like, this thing is going to super suck. Shima's already bad enough, but imagine a Shima that hits you with like 1 out of 15 torps because he doesn't know how to play. Then like fires his guns twice and guarantee sets a fire on you every single time. Maybe even a double fire. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Here's Black Friday. It comes in every year, Black Friday. Not a ton new with, I'm guessing, how it's all gonna work, but the ships change. You know, every year the ships change. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to do the B versions of these ships, because I always thought that was really cool. Like they did the Mass B last year. I thought that was awesome. And the camos looked incredible. They're bringing in this Tier 3 battleship, Dante, whatever, complete with an alternative SAP shell module available for free. I don't know if that means its main gun has an SAP module or not. If so, that could be, you know, a little bit of a new mechanic coming in. Battleship SAP, no idea. The Tier 8 cruiser Ibuki comes in with improved accuracy, it says. I don't know why. Maybe they buff it down in the patch notes here. The Duca de Costa comes back in the Black Friday. The Premium Destroyer Z39 comes in for Black Friday. This is something I think might be kind of interesting. So the Tier 7 Premium Battleship Bismarck. First off, Bismarck isn't premium, so what are they talking about? With an upgraded secondary battery ATBA range at the expense of main battery range. So it's saying it pulls back on the main batteries but bumps out the secondaries. I don't know. I don't want to make any comments on it until I get my hands on it and I get to play it. But personally, I would not be pulling back its main gun range, since I don't run a secondary build on the damn boat. Oh, look here. Be sure to check it out, as 3 of the 5 ships have been tangibly changed in their new appearance. So they are going to do the black version on 3 of the 5. Be Bismarck, be Duca, and be Ibuki. Those 3, please. Probably not. They're probably going to do Z, but that'd be cool. So this is the new thing they're bringing in. I don't know what this is. Pirates on the Horizon, they've never done this before. At least specifically this. I hate how this is skipping forward like that. I'm going to read this, and you can try and figure out what the hell what they're talking about, because I still don't quite understand. With 2 dedicated captains and their rovers under the British and French flags, and more content available, including a special chest, pirates are arriving on our seas in force. Save the date, you scallywags. Starting December 1st, you can exchange your shinny funds for captains and boats in the store. An article covering the content will come just in time, so get your eyes peeled. A little hint, these pirates prefer French ships, but they don't always fight for France. Fucking clarified that up for us, guys. I still have no idea what the hell they're talking about. So this right here, I'm looking forward to this. Like I said, I'm going to have a special 1v1 fighting you guys instead of random people. Ranked 1v1. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to get super sweaty and competitive. It says there's going to be 4 seasons, and it starts on November 10th. So that's only just a handful of days away. That's awesome. I'm hoping they're going to do like 5, 6, 7, 8 in tiers. I think that'd be really cool. Or maybe even 6, 7, 8 legendary. That'd be really cool. I swear to God, if they start at tier 2, I'm going to lose my mind. Because they love to do tier 3, 4, and 5 for ranked. They higher up ranks they just don't like to do. And it just drives me nuts. The Daring's coming in. We talked about that. A lot of people already know that. Daring's been spotted. Why? I hate how this skips so freaking far for no reason. That is so annoying. The largest class of British destroyers arrives at legendary tier. Interesting the way they put largest. Like this thing is going to be huge or something. Daring's HE shells are particularly incendiary, and her torpedoes can be launched individually. Her sonar can be a lifesaver. Smoke generator will facilitate effective in and out tactics and provide much needed emergency concealment. Be wary of her size. So twice they mentioned how big this boat is. We're going to have to wait and see, get our hands on her, we'll let you know. But there's something else I want to point out here. And I think this is like maybe the first time they're ever doing this. This project requires you to possess British tech tree destroyers, Jervis and Lightning, to complete certain segments. So they're finally making people actually go out and get the tech tree equivalent, which means you either got it all with global, like that's what I did, or you played it. So people are going to have somewhat of an idea, hopefully, maybe, probably not, actually definitely not, but it's a step in the right direction, right? Balance changes. PSA, we're starting to call secondary guns ATBA, anti-torpedo boat armament. Okay, so that's what that means up top with the Bismarck. Anti-torpedo boat armament. What the hell was wrong with secondaries? Made a lot of sense. Didn't require any explanation. ATBA requires explanation. Makes no sense why they would stop calling it secondaries. Ibuki is getting buffs to the reload time, to the 180 time, torpedo launcher reload time. The numbers are there. You can read it. Yagumo is getting a buff. They said it's not simply far enough away from the Kangaroo. Okay. The Rune is definitely getting a buff. The 180 time is decreased. That's the only buff it's getting. The 180 time. They said it feels a bit sluggish in close quarters, and they help the 180 time. What about the rudder shift? Or the speed? Nothing? I don't care anything about the Delny, but the Delny is getting HE shell damage increase, so it's getting buffed. AP getting buffed. Main battery reload time from 4 to 5. So that gets a nerf. Donskoy, obviously pretty dog water boat. That's why nobody ever plays it. And it's getting a buff. Don't know that it's going to help that much, but, probably help a little. 5k to the HP. Radar goes up by 5 more seconds. And everything else pretty much gets buffed. Torp range. Everything's getting, the whole thing is getting buffed. That tells you one thing right there. Champagne is actually getting buffed. LOL, can't wait to play it. Champagne OP, please nerf. HP and then maximum HE shell damage. I like how they bump up the HE shell damage. Not the AP shell damage, because that's right on par. Remember whenever Aaron got really pissed off and sold his Zeppelin, and I was like, dude, I wouldn't be selling the Zeppelin yet. And he's like, no, I'm selling this piece of shit. This thing sucks. Guess what they're buffing? So torp damage increased, from just shy of 6 to almost 8, so up by 2,000 a torp. That's substantial. Torp speed increase, 45 to 48. That's not overly substantial. Torpedoes now arm quicker, 3.5 from 4. That helps a lot. Oh god, this thing. Why'd they do this? ATBA secondaries. Why'd they do that? That just doesn't make sense. Airplanes go from 14 to 15. Now it's got an extra airplane. And then to me, this is the biggest one right here. Planes have been made more maneuverable. That thing is like steering a bus in the sky, and it makes absolutely no sense. Now here's something at the very end. Modernization changes. And I think this has probably a very spicy implication here. Main Battery Mod 2 was severely lacking. So we want to make it more attractive. We've removed the trade-off and buffed the traverse. So Main Battery 180 turn time bonus increased from 15% to 20%. Make your gun swing faster. Main Battery reload time debuff removed. Because remember, if you wanted faster rotating guns, it hurt the reload. Gunfire Control System Mod 2 is receiving a substantial buff as well. Main battery range bonus increased from 5% to 10%. That's not a huge deal. That's just a little bit farther. But I think this modernization changes, if they want to call it that, could be good down the road if we buff a few other things in a few different ways. I think that's a good move on Wargaming's part. I know, I bet you never thought I'd say that. Tragic. What does this world come to? Adjusted ship traits. The main. Tough. Changed to superior AP damage. I wouldn't call anything about the main tough, and I wouldn't say it has superior anything. You do you, Wargaming, you do you. Also, mobile improvements, we don't care. Bug fixes, I don't really see anything in here that I really care about. How this right here wasn't in their too long to read part is mind-blowing. I've been asking for this from the first 6 months I've played this game. And there's an Easter egg here. Can you see the Easter egg? somewhere right around my magical fingers. So port selection is coming in. It's going to be a thing very soon. Just a few more days and I can pick what port I want. Now I don't have many options, but you know what? I already see the one I'm going to pick. The wide open ocean where these damn boats belong. I do feel like this is an Easter egg right here. Ocean map. Because we had it at one point a long time ago. And then Wargaming was like the old Geico commercial with the old guy in a fishing pole and $1 just pulling it away from you. Like, oh, training rooms? Not today. Not this update. Not this update. So I think by seeing this right here, I think this kind of tells me that I think next update will probably be the training rooms update. They said it was coming by the end of the year, so fingers crossed. They did say somewhere in here that more ports were coming. You can look forward to the arrival of more ports in the not so distant future. Ooh, just leave it like that. I like it better. I want to mention this one because this we were told was done on purpose. Meanwhile, 100% of the community hated it. Remember when you would be in a turn and you would answer the command wheel? And you'd be like, negative, or like, I need intelligence data, or like, my pussy's been spotted. Or whatever you would say on the command wheel. Or you were pinging your destroyer to help you when he was 20 miles behind you. That no longer will cancel your rudder shift. No longer. Just remember, kids, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Until it gets fixed, and then it's actually a feature. But there you have it, right? I mean, that's going to be the whole update for November. So, it's something. I mean, I'm looking forward to a couple things. Like I think the ranked 1v1s. I'm super excited about that. The Black Friday stuff is kind of hit or miss. I have to wait and see. I don't know about this AD, PCP stuff. I don't know, what is my secondaries get improved from like 8.1 to 8.4 on Bismarck? Does it have a badass camo to go along with it? Because if that's the case, then maybe I'll like it. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. Is the campaign ship going to be the most toxic week we've ever had in the game? I don't know. I don't know. But we're going to have to wait and find out. As always, when this drops, the update comes Monday or Sunday night, and I'll be up Monday morning. We'll be playing it, and we'll go from there. Of course, I'll let you guys know everything I learned from playing this update. Thank you for watching the video, guys. Hope everyone has a great day. Until next time, peace!